I'm Blizzard Planet. This is Self-Friendship Podcast, where playfulness meets societal reflection. Through the lens of self-friendship, embracing, understanding, and enjoying ourselves, I hopefully inspire you to critically think, creatively think, and optimistically approach life. Imagine this. You hopped on the band rocket, and now you're on Planet Butter, a world made of delicious, sparkly peanut butter, and an adorable disco ball of self-reflection is whirling around in her transforming convertible. Thanks for joining me in my 40-second episode. Some of what I'll be sharing includes my answer to last week's question of the week, a Planet Butter breakdown, projection in action, subconscious safety nets, a perspective dance with our highest selves, a blunt fact to remember, a note on inside jokes, and a brand new question at the end for all of us to self-reflect and self-connect. And email me if you desire. selffriendshippodcast@gmail.com. My answer to last week's question of the week, which was, what type of sunglasses person are you? Dark shades or light shades? And why do you think that is? My answer is going to be half my answer and half a party of one answer. Story. Party of one. Story. So I have a pair of sunnies that have literally been sitting on my shelf for almost a year, unworn, and I've had these for maybe 4 years, and I love them so much, but I never like to wear them, or when I do wear them, I always take them off, and I realize it's because I don't like the dark lenses. I want to see the world. I love to see colors. I love to make eye contact with people. So for me, dark shades are actually kind of bothersome. So even though I like the frame, I didn't love the lenses. So on this New York City adventure of mine, I was doing my specialty bop that I love to do. So I had the intention of reinventing my sunnies, as I just shared, so I brought them with me in my bopping adventure. That's the intention being set, simply bringing the glasses with me. And from there, if and when I felt called to a glasses place, I would ask them about collaborating with me in my reinvention efforts. I highlight this to hopefully paint an even stronger picture of how I show up as my party of one. I'm not seeking a glasses store. I know I'll stumble upon the right glasses store. I don't care when, I don't know how. I just know I have my glasses and I have clarity around what I want to do with them. When I stumbled upon the glasses store that drew me in, naturally, Kai, the gentleman who worked there, and I made friends instantly. And he tells me he thinks of everything, get this, as peanut butter kisses. After figuring out our mutual love of peanut butter, then he tells me peanut butter kisses because it's the glue of love. He also said, and I quote, when I was thinking about dating and choosing the right partner, I always envisioned giving them or me giving them giving me peanut butter kisses or detecting the smallest bit of peanut butter in their breath. I love peanut butter so much that a peanut butter kiss is a fetish only a true lover of peanut butter would appreciate. My partner now loves peanut butter just as much as me. End quote. I think he might love peanut butter more than I do, and it made my day. Now, to circle it back to the glasses bit, Kai actually said to me in the store after I told him my vision, he said, "You don't seem like a dark shades person. You're so friendly and open." So here we are. Now, asking you lovely listeners if you're dark or light sunglasses person and why. Now, this leads me to one of the email answers I received. Thank you guys for answering. It makes me very happy. I love to learn about you. Thank you. Okay. I am a dark sunglasses person. I remember spending my senior year of high school and the better part of junior year with a pair of dark blue prescription glasses that annoyed some of my teachers at first, but it just became part of my persona. Love that. I think I like them dark because I'm more of a quiet and reserved person who likes to observe the world from a distance. I think protective veil, so to speak, to view the world from behind just resonates with me more. I think. Maybe. Yeah. That's what he said. On a side note, he says, I wear gold mirrored lenses now. I think it just says that I like to stand out and be flashy. I love that. And I also had a moment of bright orange mirrored lenses in college, and I lost them at a party somewhere along the way. But they were awesome, and I adored them. Cheers to Funky Sunnies. Email me your answers, selfriendshippodcast@gmail.com. All right, in honor of my latest announcement of my concept of the PBJ ring of consciousness, shared on part 1 of my chat on the Voices in My Head podcast hosted by Christina Hutchinson, released September 16th, 2024, and on Planit Butter Substack publication article, which I'll be reading a little snippet from shortly. In honor of that, all of that, the latest Planit Butter breakdown. Okay. Planit Butter, my world, my platform to share my concept of self-friendship, embracing, understanding, and enjoying ourselves. It's a daily practice. To activate our self-friendship is the 3 core methods: boundaries, confidence, alignment. To know our boundaries and become more confident and stay in alignment, we must integrate the Planit Butter Jet ring of consciousness: intuition, sensations, action, sensations again. And then we circle it back to the cycle, beginning of the cycle, intuition again. Because when we prioritize our intuition and we check in with our body and recognize that we are in alignment, then we can take action from an empowered place and have the confidence to honor our boundaries, the first core method, become more confident, the second core method, and therefore the third core method, stay in alignment and continue to trust our intuition in the process, because we learn and grow and see our upgrades, which I've been talking a lot about, as we continue to trust in ourselves and embrace, understand, and enjoy ourselves. It's your world and you're living in it. Planit Butter's mine. Go team. Okay. Now, projection in action. Someone told me their perspective of traveling is that those countries aren't going anywhere, as they continue to stay exactly where they are, because the countries aren't going anywhere. This is called projection. This person is physically not going anywhere, so now they projected it onto the rest of the world as also not going anywhere. Projection. All right, I have a little note on projection later on too. Stick around. All right, now own your preferences. A massive part of embracing, understanding, and enjoying ourselves is recognizing what it is we want and don't want in our lives. Taking ownership of those preferences is required for integrating the first core method to activate our self-friendship, which is boundaries. When we know what we prefer and we commit to only accepting what it is we prefer, our boundaries are then identified. With clarity around our boundaries, we become more confident, the second core method. By feeling more confident, we're better able to make decisions that sustain our alignment and allow us to receive what we truly desire. What we desire is what we deserve. And what we accept is what we deserve, which I discuss in depth on episode 15. Now, a very cool and important and valuable note on breath work. Breath work, especially breath holds, as in helps create gamma waves in the brain, which are linked to heightened awareness and mental clarity. By holding our breath after an inhale, we activate the pineal gland, enhancing our awareness of internal states and the subtle energies around us. When we combine this natural awareness with our daily self-friendship practice, we can become more conscious of ourselves and our relationship to the world around us, which strengthens our integration of the PBJ ring of consciousness, the ongoing cycle of intuition, sensations, action, sensations, intuition, and so on. That encourages us to make decisions aligned with our most expansive selves. Side note, hilarious breathwork related story. My sister and I did a breathwork session, and the chick guiding it on the app said, "This might be the only break you get today." I called it fear-based breath work, and then we just bursted out laughing. Game over. Silly, silly. Now, a quote from my grandma. Yep. I told my grandma how my podcast offers people considerations to think critically and creatively as a means of consciously creating their life. She said, Oi, if they need other people to help them with their own life, they are in trouble. I found that absolutely hilarious for so many reasons. She kind of missed the entire point of my business, but that's one of the many reasons I found this hilarious. Make of it what you will. Now, a perspective dance with thinking. Just for fun, life is fun. That's the point. Instead of saying I'm thinking about something, I've started saying I'm wandering my mind about whatever it is. I think it's cute. Cool. Perspective dance. Nope. Check, check. All right. Now. Oh, this is a good one. Now, subconscious safety nets. My sister used to live in a building with a doorman for over a year. No, without a doorman. My sister lived in a building without a doorman for over a year. In that time, over a year, she never forgot her keys, because if she did, she'd be totally locked out of her apartment. Of course, she'd call a locksmith and such, but that's a whole other level of hassle that she wanted to not deal with. So now she lives in a building with a doorman, which means she has a backup if she forgets her keys. In less than 3 months, she's already forgotten her keys twice. This contrast shows how the subconscious comfort of having the backup allowed her to be more relaxed about forgetting her keys. With a safety net, there's a plan B. Without it, there's only the pressure of don't forget your keys. It's the same with our life choices. When we commit to something, if there's a plan B, we're giving ourselves subconscious comfort. Without a backup, we're fully invested in our commitment. This way, the commitment can unfold however it needs to, which might include a pivot, but the commitment is the commitment. If something needs to pivot, it's not a backup, it's progression of the commitment unfolding. You see? Progression. The commitment is the safety net, our trust in ourselves and the universe, because we are making decisions unequivocally in our own best interest, is the safety net. Check out the term riskadence on Blizzard's dictionary. I think you will enjoy it. Okay, if you like that, at least, maybe. If you liked that bit, you will enjoy it. And if you did not like it, you may not enjoy it. But maybe you will be a critical and creative thinker and consider it anyway. Cool. Now, a perspective dance with our highest selves. When people talk about our highest selves, they're talking about connecting to our intuition, which is connecting to the universe at large. The universe is an infinitely expansive vibration. There's no highest or lowest. There's expansive or contracted or expanded, whatever. So we're not becoming our highest selves. We're becoming our most expansive selves. Now, a self-friendship article snippet. Traditional psychology, meet Planit Butter. I was wandering my mind about how much I love to understand people's thought processes. I love how it enhances my understanding of the way they operate in their world. So I checked into my own thought process in relation to how I objectively operate in my decision making, in my world. Planit Butter. In my essence, that is self-friendship, the daily practice of embracing, understanding, and enjoying myself, and my ability to show up as my party of one, having fun with myself, for myself, as myself. Out came the Planit Butter Jet Ring, PBJ ring. First, I check my intuition. It's relentlessly first for all of us. Second, I check my body. What sensations surface? Any? Tightness? Pulsing? What is it? Third, I take action. I do the thing. Fourth, I check my body. What sensations surface now that I'm doing the thing? Then I circle back to my intuition and repeat the cycle. We can consider that the PBJ ring is essentially a more conscious version of the CBT triangle, hence the alt name conscious ring. In the land of Planit Butter, while the system of CBT triangle applies in that our thoughts, feelings, and behavior influence one another, we operate on Planit Butter on the higher road to connect with our most expansive selves. While CBT triangle focuses on quote unquote modifying dysfunctional emotions, behaviors, and thoughts by interrogating and uprooting negative or irrational beliefs, end quote, from Psychology Today, the PBJ ring, in its conscious nature, chooses not to recognize emotions, behaviors, or thoughts as dysfunctional. Rather, the PBJ ring is grounded in the roots of our daily practice of embracing, understanding, and enjoying ourselves, self-friendship. We focus, F-O-K-I-S-S, a Blizzard's dictionary term, ourselves, and prioritize our intuition. If we don't feel at ease, it wasn't our intuition. You can read or listen to the rest on Planit Butter's publication or subscribe on Instagram to watch my on-camera reading of the article. Now, take a joke, take a compliment. I wonder the degree of separation between ability to take a compliment and ability to take a joke. I figure the more grounded we are in ourselves, the more highly we think of ourselves. This would make us comfortable to say thank you about something positive about ourselves, yet the compliment will not be the source of our positive feelings towards ourselves. Similarly, for taking a joke. When someone makes a joke at our expense, when we're grounded in ourselves, we're also more self-aware. So we can appreciate someone making fun of us in some capacity, and likewise, not take it personally as a negative experience, merely a joke. Now, a blunt fact to remember. If you don't have context and you're giving an opinion, you are projecting, my friend. A note on inside jokes. I have inside jokes with myself. I don't think I've shared this one yet, and I'm impressed we've made it this far without talking about this. So, yes, I have inside jokes with myself, and the other day, I'm not going to tell you what it was because it's an inside joke, but I saw something funny on Instagram, but it was only something that was funny to me. It wasn't intended to be funny. I just found it funny with myself, for myself, okay? And I was about to click share because I was like, this is funny and valuable. I want to share this with people. But I also wanted the humor of it to be understood. And that's when I realized I didn't have friends that would be in on this joke with me except myself. So I shared the video from Planit Butter's Instagram account to Self Friendship Podcast's account. So that way I was physically doing the act of sharing with myself. And I think that's really beautiful and also hilarious. And I wanted to share it with you because I see the value in it. So I hope you do too. Now, everything can be at our fingertips. Someone pointed out to me how I love to have everything at my fingertips. I love that. And I do. I love to have everything at my fingertips with ease, yet still a reach, natural, yet challenging. Self-friendship, embracing, understanding, and enjoying ourselves, and having fun with what might be challenging in this lifetime so we can learn, upgrade, evolve, and become our most expansive selves. Now, a loving reminder, bringing gratitude and consciousness to what we currently have that we once desired propels us forward in an empowered way. Go team. Now, what's meant for you is for you. I love this example. So I eyed a bench from a little bit of a distance as I continued to approach. One guy sat at the bench next to it. To most people, that implies one less bench for me to sit at. In my mind, I knew the one bench I looked at was my bench for that moment. So there was no risk of it being taken. The other bench wasn't my bench. I didn't even look at that bench. I just observed the guy sitting on the bench next to my bench. Apply this to everything. What's ours is ours. When we focus, again, Blizzard's dictionary term, ourselves, we are grounded in our own lifeline. To follow that up, a word replacement, lifeline instead of timeline. This way, we can detach our life's rhythm from societal constructs of time and simply flow with our own existence. All right, guys, we did it. To wrap things up, the question of the week. What is something you currently have that you previously desired? Let's hear some consciousness and some gratitude, people. To be notified of new episodes and receive more playfully helpful content, sign up for Planit Butter's publication. The link is in the show notes. And the world's first coffee table book with a lesson, Planit Butter, Party of One, Self-Friendship in Action, is available internationally on planetbutter.com. Please continue to enjoy and review Self-Friendship Podcast. It's super helpful. Thanks for landing on Planit Butter. I'll see you next Thursday. From my planet to yours, Blizzard.